Isaac Newton is widely regarded as one of the most influential scientists in history. His discoveries in physics, mathematics, and astronomy laid the foundation for modern science. From the laws of motion to the theory of gravity, Newton's work changed how humans understand the universe. Early life and birth. Isaac Newton was born on January 4, 1643, in Woolsthorpe, England. His birth was premature, and he was so small and weak that people doubted he would survive. His father, also named Isaac Newton, died before he was born. When Newton was 3 years old, his mother remarried and left him in the care of his grandmother. This separation made Newton a quiet and introspective child. Education. Newton attended a local school before enrolling at the King's School, Grantham, where he showed great talent in learning. In 1661, he entered University of Cambridge, specifically Trinity College, Cambridge. There he studied mathematics, philosophy, and natural science. Initially, Newton studied the works of Aristotle, but he later became influenced by modern thinkers such as Galileo Galilei, Johannes Kepler, and René Descartes. The Plague Years and Breakthrough Discoveries. In 1665, the Great Plague of London forced Cambridge University to close. Newton returned home, and this period became the most productive time of his life, often called his Annus Mirabilis, Year of Wonders. During this time he developed the foundations of calculus, the theory of light and optics, the laws of motion, and the concept of gravity. The apple story and gravity. One of the most famous stories about Newton involves an apple falling from a tree. This event led him to question why objects always fall toward the earth. From this observation, Newton developed the theory of universal gravitation. He realized that the same force that pulls an apple to the ground also governs the motion of planets. Newton's 3 laws of motion. First law, law of inertia. An object remains at rest or moves in a straight line at constant speed unless acted upon by an external force. Second law, the force acting on an object is equal to its mass multiplied by its acceleration. F equals ma. Third law, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. These laws became the cornerstone of classical mechanics. Work on light and optics. Newton conducted experiments with prisms and demonstrated that white light is made up of a spectrum of colors. This discovery was groundbreaking in the field of optics. Invention of the reflecting telescope. Newton built the first practical reflecting telescope which used mirrors instead of lenses. This invention improved the quality of astronomical observations. The Principia. In 1687, Newton published his most famous work, Philosophiae Naturalis Principia Mathematica. This book explained his laws of motion and universal gravitation in detail. It is considered one of the most important scientific works ever written. Career and achievements. Newton became a professor at Cambridge and later a leading member of the Royal Society. He also served as the head of the Royal Mint, where he helped reform England's currency system. Personal life. Newton never married and lived a very private life. He was deeply focused on his work and also had a strong interest in religion and alchemy. Later life and death. Isaac Newton died on March 31, 1727. He was buried in Westminster Abbey, a place reserved for honored figures in England. Contributions and legacy. Newton's contributions shaped the modern world. His ideas influenced science, engineering, and even space exploration. His major contributions include the laws of motion, universal gravitation, development of calculus, advances in optics, and scientific methodology. Conclusion. Isaac Newton was not just a scientist. He was a revolutionary thinker who changed humanity's understanding of nature. His work continues to influence science and technology even today. One of his famous quotes, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants."